All right, so here we have Kaya. We've done, I'd say, I don't know, it was 3 songs, 12 to 15 minutes. We've walked the other ways. I'm gonna start leash work today. So I'm gonna do a little walk the other way just so it's on there, and then the idea is the same as the leash work. So I've got a 30, and I don't have a 20. I used to keep them all. So what you do, if your line is too long for a certain dog, your dog is way less attentive. You don't want it that long. So even if you have a 20, you might have to go to 10, right? Which is longer than your regular leash. So you just wrap it up like that, right? And you take it right there, and you wrap it up like that 2 or 3 times, right? And then I've been keeping my thumb right there so it locks the place, and then that goes in between your fingers, so you have like a handle, right? I don't remember. I saw it from Robert Cabral. He didn't do this part of it, but I can't remember how he did the wrapping, and it just stayed, because every time I do it, it just comes out, even though I hold on to it, right? So ready, girl? Come on. So we did this about 15 minutes, and then she got some water, right? Let's see. So you let her have the leash. You walk one way. What is that they got out there? Right. Let her kind of forget about you. You go the other way. You do nothing with your hands. You just keep going. Right? So the guy I got this exercise from, when the dog gets near him, he doesn't do anything. I adjusted, like, all he does is he lets the dog go, and then he turns around, right? And then, so whenever the dog gets close to me, I like to give a pat. She's not taking food yet still. She ate her dinner last night. She's not taking food out here. She did take a couple hot dogs from me yesterday, but I'm not gonna get into. Usually I do that just to kind of buy the friendship a little. What's up, girl? I do that to buy the friendship a little bit, but I don't like getting stuck on hot dogs right away. Right, what did I hear yesterday? Use minimum wage, right? Minimum wage is their food. Now, a lot of times it takes a while to get them used to their food. If they're used to just eating, oh, good girl, right? And then when you start getting them looking at you like that, that's when I'm ready to start doing leash work, right? Good girl, right? I got her when she was turning back around. So that was a bad pat. I thought I had her. Ain't no big deal. Every pat is a good pat, right? As long as you know what you're reinforcing, right? Oh, right. I'm thinking that my thinking is that reinforces that, hey, I'm right here, right? Don't forget about me, right? So then typically when I say, oh, good girl, right on cue. I was gonna say, typically when I start getting them turning with me, that's when I'm ready to go do leash work, right? I didn't think she was gonna turn with me right there. Very nice girl. Or right there, quite honestly. I didn't think I had her because she wasn't doing it in the first 15 minutes. So the water and a break helped you get into me. We're just gonna walk right here. So then leash work is the same thing, right? You're gonna have her left side or right side. You figure out which side. We'll let her miss it. Ready? Let's go. Good girl. Right? When she's with you, you give her a pat. She starts going forward, you turn. Big, strong dogs, for ladies, I like to tell them, use your body. You know what I mean? Stronger right here. All right, so there's a little pressure right there. It's pressure that's created from her not paying attention. I'm not adding anything. Now I do on the way out here, right? And you can do your inside turns. Good girl. If you catch her in time, right? You don't want to do an inside turn if you're way on the back side of her. You have your outside turn. So on the way out here, sometimes, right, so there's some pressure there that she created. Right. She's forgetting about me. Oh my gosh. Turn and go the other way. Right, she's interested in something over there. Turn and go the other way. She's interested in going there. Turn and go the other way. And notice my hand with the leash isn't, I'm not doing anything. That comes in time. In time I will correct. Now, on the way out here, I don't do leash work right out the door. I make sure they're chill before we come out the door. Good girl. When she doesn't create any leash pressure, I can give her a good girl and a pet if she wants. She's an affectionate little chick. All right. Outside turns to the inside turn to make it figure 8. You can even turn that into a 360. That's a good girl. So anyways, on the way out here, she'll be excited. And I will do corrections, right? So it's like this. That's what I do on the way out here. I don't care, like if she wants to sniff to the ground, it's okay. I'll leave that leash pressure. She's gonna end up following. Right, then every once in a while you want to stop. Oh, good girl. Right? I think I was going to try to talk about something else with her. I forgot. She's got Raider acting nutso. I mean, he was still acting nutso from, he was just coming down from there's nothing going on here, it's just my hand. As in, sometimes when I do inside turns, I'll say pressure, right? Backwards pressure to make him stop. You do your inside turn. So it's a negative reinforcement. Helps them slow down and stay in that spot. And then, good girl. That's your positive reinforcement. Alright, a little backwards pressure. She's speeding up. Now you can always do outside turns and eventually they're not going to do it. Sometimes that pressure and turn into helps keep the pace, right? You don't want to speed up to the dog. You want the dog is naturally going to be faster than you. I saw some lady the other day. People don't realize that dogs are faster than them. And I'm like, well, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that we need to speed up to the dog's pace? It's the whole part of training the dog. They have their time to be dogs and run and be crazy. But when we're walking on this leash right here, you go at my pace, right? Not a big deal. Then you have people saying the walk is for the dog. Depends on your life. Is it really? Do you give your dog enough structure elsewhere that the walk is really just for them checking things out? Is your dog a backyard dog that only goes on a walk once a week or twice a week? Then I would say, yeah, that is for the dog. Let them do whatever they want within reason. Right? Break. And a butt pat. And now she can come over here and sniff. Right? Because I had a few good turns. She was walking pretty good with me. Not a big deal. Right? So, just when you see stuff out there on the internet, right? Most people are just giving you what they think, what they were told, because that's what we do, right? We're told something, we're trained a certain way, so we pass that on. Now what I do is I never stick with what I'm taught. I keep on learning. I listen to other people. I take what they're saying. Oh, nice poo-poo. So that way, if it works for this person, great. If it works for this dog, great, right? Everything is going to work for some dog, and everything is going to work for some person. Not everything is going to work for every dog and every person. Not everything is gonna work for every dog and every person. Oh my gosh, remember this tree. Remember that tree. It's what I call the landmark for the landmine. I mean, I guess I could have picked it up right then, but you guys done seen people pooping. You need to see me picking it up. Oh boy. All right, girl, what you think? You want to try to play some? She was a little playful last night, right? Hey, I should say like, yeah, good girl. I didn't see the people coming. Right, so now we can reapproach. I need to pick a word, say enough, or you can say whatever you want, right? Nope. Nope. I need to be using my leg to kick her back in place. All right, let's see if she yells at these girls here. All right, so she gets focused. Yeah, good girl. That's the butt pinch back up. All right, until she stops looking. Good girl. Then you can reapproach. Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Oh, I thought she was disengaged. Good girl. Right? No, maybe not really. Although if they turn around and look, that's something, right? We got to go steps, right? We got to take steps, right? It's not going to go away just one thing. You can't just correct it out. Got to get them following us. So there's butt pinch back up, and this is stuff you want to practice. If the dog's used to barking and reacting at stuff, you want to practice when the stuff's not around, so that way you get a little bit, when their head does get in that crazy space, they'll be more likely to pay attention to it. If they don't know what it is, they're not going to do it in the moment, right? So butt pinch back up is the one I like, and then if it's too much, that's when I'll do a correct and back up, right? Correct and back up, unless what they're focused on is kind of right there. Why would I back up? I'm gonna get out of dodge. Right, girl? We're gonna get the out of dodge. Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. I might need to watch that. Her mama, got another person right here, right? Butt pinch back up. There you go. Come on. Until she fully disengages. Right? I might need to create some space. Good girl. Good. So now they're almost even with me, so now I'm going to get out of dodge because we were trying to go that way. So as they're coming this way, I'm trying to make space, right? And then when they get close, I got to make space this way, right? All right, let's see if she'll play.